Welcome to the Energy Hour Podcast. Get ready, because it's loud, funny, and we're ready to shake things up. You know, the guys started this journey as renewable energy experts since 1993, by the way, thinking they were just here to save the planet, hug the trees, and protect the whales. But guess what? They dug deeper, and this rabbit hole opened up a whole new world. Now they talk about everything: home improvements, real estate, house flipping, and just life in general, bringing you not only the latest on solar and renewable energy, but also inside tips from house flipping gurus, real estate investors, tax experts, Airbnb pros, and so much more. It costs you nothing to tune in, but ignoring them, well, that could cost you big time in missed opportunities. Blowing the whistle, spilling the beans, and giving you the real scoop on everything from solar panels to flipping homes, tax liens to mobile homes. The Energy Hour Podcast. And now, here's your hosts, Christopher Moss, Robert Musikowski, and Steven Laserson.
What's going on, Southern California? My name is Christopher Moss, and I am your host of the Energy Hour Podcast. And today, I have a real controversial show based on two things: crypto and AI, right? It's really spectacular, and I think this is something that I need to tell everybody, and what I personally experienced, what I've watched, and the programs are out there now showing people on Netflix. It's just crazy, right? So it gives you a second opinion, or an awareness, if you will, of crypto and AI. Just to get back into it a little bit, back in 2022 when crypto was really cool, you had Bitcoin, you had all these, I had an NFT open on OpenSea. I hired some guy from, Russia that was part of the Ukraine and all these little places before they got bombed and stuff like that. So, I was in the middle of this whole thing, and I was, I put $40,000 away. I stuck 20,000 over here and 10 over here and 10 over here. Then it conglomerated. And before you know it, my 40 turned into 400,000. Yeah, I actually saw some really cool numbers, but I didn't know they were fake, right? So it's just one of those websites you get talked into, and people talk up crypto. A wallet that I had started with an M, and it looked like a fox. But anyways, there were things that were done to me personally that I don't think anybody should ever have to go through, right? So here's my crypto experience and what I feel about AI in the future, and I think the collaboration between the two, and my thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? So that being said, cryptocurrency. Do you really believe in cryptocurrency? If you do, you need to get a bop in the head, and because there's a lot of problems out there. And let me give you these two Netflix series. If you got Netflix, just go online, and a couple of them that you want to look at is called Biggest Heist Ever. It was $4.5 billion of Bitcoin. Some lady by the name of Miss Morgan and Mr. Lichtenstein, these guys created crypto laundering at its best, right? These guys did the worst of the worst, and it appeared that she was some social media butterfly that needed to get shot with a shotgun. She's so deliberate in what she did, and she acted kooky, and I think that was just part of her scam, right? Is to be stupid at the same time, act, kind of semi-ignorant, like you don't have a brain, and at the same time reach in the back of everybody's wallets, pun intended, and take their Bitcoin. So Bitcoin started out a long time ago, and it was really low. And as you already know, I seen it as high as 67,000 per share, right? So crypto got really up there. And then you had your other ones. I had, Sand. I had several other cryptos that were out there, and you could buy billions of shares for 10, 15 bucks. So I was stacking it all up. I swallowed the hook like everybody else did. And, we just went to crypto heaven. All that did for me was create a train wreck at the end, because it didn't take long. Because once they knew what I was involved in, or whoever else was involved in crypto, and they sort of got your inner wisdom, if you will, and they knew your direction of where you were going, it wasn't too long before that trap door opened up and everything disappeared. I remember going into my MetaMask wallet one day, and all of a sudden, this, a billion shares here, 500,000 here, you had this much in Bitcoin, and, all these other different, cryptos was absolutely at zero. I think today I opened it up just a couple of days ago on my MetaMask wallet just to laugh. I think I had a total of 28 cents. From $40,000 to 28 cents. That's a big jump, wouldn't you say? But anyways, that was my thing, and it is what it is, and I took the gamble for that. And, again, I swallowed the same coin that everybody else did, pun intended. So this thing is really cool. It talks about the blockchain and how it kind of sees everything on, where the money is and, where it travels. It just doesn't show you where it ends up. And that's when the FBI got involved. They were like, wait a minute. What do you mean a transaction occurred and you don't see where it went? Well, as well as I do, if you go to, the blockchain, you can go to blockchain.com and you can actually make a transaction and see where the transaction went. But the problem is you can't see where it exits, right? And I think crypto specifically was created to just hurt the banking industry and the Internal Revenue Service, right? Because there is a way, where there is a will, there is a way that people try to avoid high taxes, try to, not pay taxes, not, the banks now starting to report stuff like, Zells and everything else. But crypto was a big issue. So lots of people lost out on that. And if you still have any crypto, God bless you. You're doing something right. I don't know if it's going to survive. The reality is, I don't think it will. So it's called The Biggest Heist Ever. It's on Netflix. And definitely take a peek at that, man. It's so scandalous. And you'll see what I mean when you watch the video. This chick is absolutely insane. And this guy acts like a dumb genius. The only reality is he's dumb, right? I think he got like 8 years or something like that, maybe 3 years. It was so horrible. How do you get only 3 years for stealing $4.5 billion in crypto? I don't get it. But anyways, the second one I want you to take a peek at, and again, I'm just giving you these things to go watch. Don't listen to me. I'm not coming up with any conclusion for you. It's just my opinion. But this other movie is called Bit Connected. So check it out. Talks about a guy named Ray and Sorbet, and these guys, they just went through this complete, just total theft. It was a scam, a huge scam. And it happened with a company called Centrotech. And they developed this company, and they were going to create like an ATM card. You can go anywhere and cash out and do what you want. But their plans foiled as well. It was just a matter of time before the federal government jumped in. And, like anything else, somebody makes a complaint. Somebody's not happy with what's going on. And they have to respond to the complaint, digging a little deeper and deeper. And a lot of these things were regulated that were not regulated. They weren't reported. It's just a lot of problems that happen. And this is how you get caught. You do all these things, and it's great to be an entrepreneur, right? Everybody wants to be the ultimate entrepreneur. But when it comes to start taking something from somebody, and not really paying attention, and you don't care anymore, that's when you're going to end up in handcuffs, okay? Trust me. That's where you're headed. So that being said, these two Netflix series. Check them out. I'm serious. It's called Bit Connected and The Biggest Heist Ever. So check it out on Netflix, The Biggest Heist Ever and Bit Connected. All right? Now, let me give you my personal opinion about AI. Now, AI, I think, can be pretty spectacular, right? But remember, with everything, there's a pro and a con, a yin and a yang, right? AI has been reported to be, you got AI at home right now. If you've got the Apple Alexis or you have the Google Home and stuff like that, AI, I think this is how it happens. It gets all its information from Wikipedia or some database where everything is stored, and instantly I can go out in my my front room right now, my conference room, and I can ask Google a question and say, "Hey Google, tell me the information on this." And just like my phone just popped up because I have an Android phone, and it listens, and then it immediately gives you its opinion based on what you ask for. It's kind of scary, but it's kind of cool at the same time. Now you got kids taking classes, having AI doing their homework. You got people using AI to write books. These are people that are supposed to be thoughtful writers, and all AI is doing is making us dumb and lazy. What do you think about that one? It's making us dumb and lazy. If GPS ever got eliminated, if AI ever went somewhere and it's not used anymore, if social media was completely gone, where would you be? Well, let me tell you what happened when I was a kid. There was no cell phones. I think I had a pager when I was a young adult, and there was no social media, right? Just remember this: social media, AI, and crypto, there's a yin and a yang. We know the yin, what happened to crypto, right? And I don't ever see that coming back. But when it comes to AI is really good. There was this other film on Netflix that I watched, and it showed the yin and the yang, the good and the bad about AI. One of these guys was a doctor, and he was looking into, solving problems with cancer, with diabetes and stuff like that. And then he started to get all this information. And then all of a sudden he got kind of evil, and he goes, well, you know what? Maybe we should ask it, give me 40 weaponized ways to kill somebody with a virus. And it spit back, oh my God, it spit back all these possibilities of, what people can do to actually kill somebody via a virus. And it was kind of accurate. I hope that information doesn't get to anybody. But yeah, again, there's a good and a bad about all this stuff. Would you agree, right? So these guys are like geniuses and they're doctors. So why can't we collectively as a community make AI work for us? Like, how does AI solve the diabetes crisis? Well, first and foremost, all they got to do is cut these restaurants out with all this sugar, like they did at McDonald's, the sugar water and the French fries. All they got to do is, the EPA or the Health Association or whatever they're called, all they got to do is jump into this and take out all the byproducts, right, that we consume every day. We don't have enough property to put a garden in your backyard. Some people might, some people don't. I remember when I was a kid, my grandma did that a lot, and we would actually, our supper was in the backyard, less any meat and anything else that we had to prepare, right? So AI, with these guys, we're looking into certain things, and I just don't understand why we can't use AI to solve the problems like cancer, world hunger, give everybody a house. How do you do that one, right? How do we physically do that one? Let's use the rules of 7 with money. Let's do that. Let's treat these kids that are in school right now. Teach them how to be economists. Teach them economy. Teach them finances. Teach them stuff like that, rather than, letting them have all these other things like swimming. I mean, swimming's good. It's an exercise, right? But I mean, proactively put these things in kids' heads that when they become young adults, they kind of have a better path. Am I right? They didn't do that stuff when I was a kid. And I'm probably sure they didn't do that for you either. And your parents really, I mean, some do, some don't. Mine didn't. Mine didn't tell me squat. Hey, you know what? When you're graduating, let's go down there to the college thing and let's see where we can put you. Let's look at your test scores and let's send you somewhere for 4 years, right? My parents didn't do that. It was get a job, you're 18, or get out. It was really rough, man, when we were kids. Now you got these millennials and Gen Zs. What happens with all that, right? They just let them sit at home. You know, parents don't give a flip about kids anymore. Just give them a 10 by 10 room and vegetate. They can lie to their parents all they want. It's just not going to happen, right? People don't care where their kids are going these days. And I'm telling you, it's not everybody, but it's a lot of them that really don't care what happens to their kids in the future because they're thinking about their own agendas. The kids should already know, right? You got to get up, you got to get a job, and you got to be productive. So, you know, kudos to the parents that do, you know, boom to the parents that don't, right? So anyways, again, it's about leading the horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? That's another subject altogether. But my opinion with crypto and AI, AI is going to be great, and I think AI is going to be horrible at the same time. Let me tell you why. If crypto did what it did in a very short period of time and robbed me, what do you think AI is going to do? Now, the new iPhone 16, it has built-in AI. You got Snoop Dogg talking about it on T-Mobile all the time, right? It's ridiculous. And they got AI that's in the new Samsung phone. But what happens if this learning intelligence turns on you? And now somebody figures out a way to create an application or enhance an application that gives this AI the ability to steal your passwords, to take all your bank accounts, to take your social security number, to do all these things. What happens if AI starts collecting data just like crypto did and other apps that are out there that are totally just fraud and they can't wait to steal from you? I just think that the collaboration between AI and crypto, if it ever happens, it's going to be catastrophic. So I don't approve of it. I'm not going to get involved in it. In fact, you know, I tell many people that I talk to, you know, I'm going to be 63 in January. By the time I'm fully retired and 67 years old, this thing called a smartphone that we all carry around, you know, like it's your sixth finger, right? Nobody lets it go. It's an addictive. I think social media is addictive too. But anyways, what's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot more than we have today. And I'm talking about title transfers, talking about deed transfers. I'm talking about your social security running out there on the dark web. Just 2 years ago, the federal government took down Alpha Bay. It's not eBay, it's called Alpha Bay, which is a dark web for all these people to go out there and collect your data that somebody else has been stealing all day long, right? You see these little credit card things that go over a credit card machine and people are sticking their credit cards in there and all it's doing is collecting your data. In fact, they're still in play. Go to your favorite gas station and before you put your credit card in there, try to pull the face of it off. And you might be surprised, right? It's basically a credit card reader. A lot of people go in there and they put these readers on and sometimes the station owner doesn't know it. And sometimes they do. Like there's one in Upland, and there's a couple in Upland that I already turned in. But that being said, with the collaboration of crypto and AI, I think crypto should just fall away. It should be gone from the financial industry. I think AI could be good, but I think it could also be evil. This is the time to where you don't want to let all your information get, targeted in your phone or something online. I think your phone's going to be where it happens. They're going to collect all your data because you're using it all the time, right? What do you have in there? Your address, telephone number, social security for your financial institutions, especially if you have Wells Fargo, Chase, or anybody else. You've got people still got crypto, God bless them. I don't know why, but they still do. And then they have other things like their social media, Instagram, WeChat, all this junk, right? And all it's going to do is absorb your information. And if somebody finds out a way to exploit it, trust me, the information highway, man, is great in many respects, but in many, it's basically a haven for people that are stealing from people all the time. So just my thoughts, right? I don't think that crypto should survive. I think it should go away. Hopefully it will. I think AI needs to be refined. And I think, good old Bill Gates that bought, I think, part of Copilot or something like that or whatever. Or, I don't know, Chat GPT. Anyways, these guys are getting involved for a reason. And they are putting things in place for the future. I think AI might be good, but again, it could be bad. At whose expense? Yours and mine? Well, hell, I'm just going to drift off into the sunset one day, and there's not going to be any more issues with me. But for you guys in the future, I think AI could be quite catastrophic if you let it take advantage of who you are. I think there should be another app, or I don't even know if I should say the word app. There should be one way. Keep all your stuff in an Excel spreadsheet. Print it out. Keep it in a folder. Don't have it online. Don't put in your applications and stuff like that. And if you want to do something when you get home, just, call your bank or do something else. Just don't let everything just get out of hand, all right? That's just my thoughts. And I think that AI could be good. But on the other hand, I think that AI can be very, very interesting. So watch out for all that. Check out those 2 new movies on Netflix that are out talking about crypto and how people got away with $4.5 billion and how this other kid created this ATM card and he ravaged other people for no reason, right? They're all in jail right now, but it's just a matter of time like everything else. You get out of jail, you can get your money back or whatever they're doing or whatever they're thinking. And it is what it is. Just don't be a victim, right? So watch out for AI, my friends. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? So be careful. And most importantly, do not let social media run your life. Because what happens? We only have 24 hours in a day, right? You got to sleep 8. You got to work 8. Well, not everybody does. And then you got to have your friends, family, and associates. You got to shit, shower, and shave. You got to drive to work and back. And you have a couple of hours a day. I'm currently, experiencing this. We work all day long and then we come home. What do? We sit down in a chair and see what the rest of the world is doing, right? We're taking away our own personal time from our family, right? The family values are desperately dwindling. And I say this in heed. Don't let social media take advantage of you, man. Use it when you can, periodically, but don't get sucked up into the vortex. A good friend of mine lost his wife to a predator on TikTok, right? It was really horrible. It was a dramatic way to see this poor guy go through something unnecessarily. And what do they call that? She was trolled, right? And these predators are out there. As an ex-police officer, I can tell you this, that there's predators everywhere. Just look at the news. It should be happy things, right? But we got more crap to report all the time. It just sucks. So stay away from crypto. Be cautious about AI. I wouldn't get the new cell phones yet with AI built into it. No. Keep what you got. Just be careful about social media. And most importantly, hook up with your family, man. Because without family, you got nothing anyways. Am I right? You're going to be lonely. There's nothing you can do. There's no collaboration. And eventually, who knows, you could be homeless. It is what it is. So use your noggin, do the right thing, and we'll go from there. I am Christopher Moss. I am your host on the Energy Hour podcast, and I really, really appreciate your time today. And I'm just trying to figure out how to stop this, but it's pretty simple. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next show. Okay? So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.
This has been the Energy Hour Podcast. If it's home improvements, real estate, house flipping, or just life in general, we're talking about it. It's our passion. And between Christopher, Robert, and Steven, they're your secret sauce to get you to the next level and beyond. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit the website at QHIinc.com/TEO. And we'll catch you next time on the Energy Hour Podcast.
Capture the joyful magic of the holiday season with Virtual Santa. Virtual Santa is a high-definition projection effect that walks, waves, laughs, eats cookies, and puts presents under the tree. From outside, it's so real, you swear Santa's in your house. Virtual Santa, originally seen on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight. You can choose from traditional Virtual Santa or new African American Santa. Holiday effects include Virtual Santa, Mrs. Claus, Santa's Workshop with Christmas elves, and so much more. Buy one effect or a bundle, available in HD DVD, digital download, or USB flash drive. Also available in LED projection bundles. For a winning Christmas display that will delight your neighbors young and old, visit us at virtualsanta.com and become known as the house where Santa lives. Virtual Santa, where holiday spirit begins.
Welcome to Drone 9. Located in Upland, California, Drone 9 specializes in drone cinematography for the following industries that are looking for that perfect shot or video: construction, infrastructure, and project management. Sell better: residential and commercial real estate. Construction survey: see what you haven't seen before. Events and weddings: get that perfect shot when it matters most. Tourism, resort, golf, attraction, destination marketing. For more information, visit them on the internet at drone9.net. That's DRONE 9.net. Drone9.net. Great cinematography.
Welcome to the House Flipping Academy. Learn how to flip houses from start to finish. Tired of being broke working for someone else? If so, then the House Flipping Academy was made for you. Learn more at CMYCINC.com. The House Flipping Academy. Your future is just one house flip away.